Greetings, guys. What's good, guys? So, I would like to welcome you all to my YouTube channel. So, yeah, guys, I decided to open a YouTube channel because I want to help those people who are still struggling with forex trading, right? The people who are starting out, right? I want to assist them with my knowledge that I have gathered over the past 2 years, right? And be that guy who you can go to and say, okay, can you help me? This is just free of charge, guys. Please feel free to tell me whatever it is that you are struggling with your strategy that you are using, right? So what I'll be doing on this channel, I'll be dissecting your strategy, right? I'll be looking at what makes you a struggling trader, right? Why are you failing to reach certain percentage that you're trying to reach? What's stopping you from being a profitable trader, right? So like with everything, guys, you always need assistance, right? Whenever you are still learning to drive, you need someone to be next to you, an instructor who can tell you what and what not to do, right? Sometimes when you are within these mentors that you are in, right, it's difficult because there's a lot of you guys. So I'll be taking one person at a time, and we'll be just going through your strategy. We'll be conducting a Zoom meeting. You'll be telling me like you'll be explaining your strategy as you were told. If it's something that you were you were given by your mentor, you'll be telling me exactly what they told you. You'll be telling me how do you go about trading, which session are you trading, what type of a trader are you, what type of a trader you are, right? All those things you'll be sharing with me. Then I will see whenever, like I'll be there. You'll be annotating, doing everything on the chart, telling me that you are doing this because of what, right? Because with forex trading, everything that you'll be doing needs to have a reason, right? So yeah, guys, that's what I'll be doing. Then we'll also be looking at the strength and weaknesses of your strategy, right? Because dissecting, it's that's what we need to do, right? We need to look at the strength and the weaknesses and what can potentially make you a profitable trader, right? So for those of you who are uncomfortable with sharing your strategy, I do have a couple of questions that you may ask yourself, right? In order for you to become profitable, right? That's all I ask of you. Just listen to this video, ask yourself these questions. If by any chance you are able to answer them all and they all make sense to you, right? Then what's stopping you from being profitable, right? Surely you'll be a profitable trader, or unless you are using a strategy that does not work, because there are strategies that do not work due to the people who are providing them on YouTube, on all these platforms, right? So yeah, guys, I have like 6 questions, or it's 5 around there, right? The first question you have to ask yourself is, what kind of a strategy am I trading? Is the strategy I'm trading a scalping strategy, which makes you a scalper, right? Meaning that you trade within the confines of an hour, right? You don't hold your trades over an hour, right? You are in and out quickly, right? The second thing, it's a intraday trader. So are you holding your trades for a day, or maybe let's just say for 24 hours, right? 24 hours, are you holding your day within that space, right? Now if your strategy, or the strategy your mentor gave you, you are holding trades for 24 hours, then you are an intraday trader. You have to understand that, right? Then the third one, it's swing trading, right? Are you a swing trader? Meaning that you hold trades or position for a couple of days, maybe weeks, right? Depending on how the market is feeling, the volatility that's within the market, right? Something that you cannot control. So it's very important to understand those things. What type of a trader are you, right? The third thing is position trading, of which I doubt many of us, we can choose that path, right? Meaning you'll be holding your position for months, right? That's more of an advanced thing. People like we can't do it, right? Because we're gonna be making money, like reaching those targets per month, right? Reaching that 30%, 50% per month. So I doubt anyone will choose to be a position trader, right? But I'm not saying you can't be. I'm just stating that what I've realized that most people are within the tree. That the fourth one, not many of us, we choose to go that route, right? So once you understand that part, right, you have to understand what on which category your strategy falls, right? Because I have two categories, right? The first category is that is your strategy the strategy you are trading, is it something that's a pattern that always repeats itself, right? Meaning, right, each and every time during this specific time, or during this session, right, I always get the same pattern, right? And everything is exactly the same, right? That's the first type of strategies, right? That's the first category where you trade the same thing each and every time. I'll make an example. Let's say you know a bus always arrives at 9, right? Whenever the bus is late, it's gonna be late by 5 minutes or somewhere around there, right? But the bus will arrive. So are you trading something like that? It's always the same. The bus we are using, maybe it's black in color or it's white, right? It's always gonna be white or black coming to that spot that you normally wait for it for. Then it's gonna pick you up, it's gonna take you to a destination. Is your strategy something like that, right? Something that you can always, it's easy for you to recognize, and you are able to trade it and you understand it well, right? That's the first category. The second category, it's when you are trading something that depends on how the market is feeling, right? I don't know if I'm making myself clear. If you are trading something that how the market is feeling, it can be that today you'll be trading a double bottom, tomorrow you'll be trading a head and shoulder pattern, the following day you'll be trading a descending channel, the break and retest, all of that, right? You'll be trading continuation patterns, all of that. Whatever it is that you'll be trading, it's gonna be dependent on how the market is feeling. As a strategy, when it's been given to you, it comes like that. Sometimes you are using Fibonacci, sometimes you are not, because it just doesn't work in that particular setup. You understand all of that, right? You incorporate it in your trading when you are trading the second category, which is trading how the market is feeling, right? Once you have answered that and you are comfortable with trading between the first one and the second one, right? Then you ask yourself this: what are the strengths? What are the weaknesses of my strategy, or the strategy I was given, right? Then you ask yourself, okay, does my strategy is my strategy it falls under a strategy which has a high win rate, but a high win rate with a high risk reward, right? These things, they have to go together. If that's your strategy, right? I hope I'm making myself clear, ne? I hope I'm making myself clear. There's a strategy comes with that. When your mentor or whoever's giving you a strategy, you have to have that in mind. Or the strategy you are using, no, does it have a high win rate and a high risk reward? A high win rate means maybe you'll be winning 80% of the time, and also the risk to reward ratio will be above 4 or 3%, right? Whenever you are risking $100, you'll be getting like $300 or $400. When the win rate is high, let me make an example. Let's say in a total of 10 trades, you are able to win 8 and lose 2, right? That your strategy falls under a high win rate and a high risk reward, right? The second will be a high win rate and a good risk reward, meaning that you'll be winning 80% of the time, maybe, or even 60 or 70, right? And you'll be your risk reward will be around 2%, right? Whenever you win about 2% of what you are risking, right? That's very important. And I'm talking about percentage because they are very important as a trader, right? This is business. You have to understand business, right? How the growth, so you can be able to measure that in a month it's possible for me to reach a certain percentage, right? Not just be flipping your account, because That's not you're not gonna be flipping $1 billion or $1 million if you're a fund manager, right? So let's have that approach as we are trading in 2022, right? The third thing would be high win rate but poor risk to reward, right? Let's say your strategy has a high win rate, you are winning 80% of the time. You can still be profitable, but with a poor win rate, right? With a poor risk reward, meaning that whenever you are risking $100, you are getting $100, right? But you are winning most of the time, so there's not like it's inevitably that you're going to be profitable, right? But you have to understand that, and you'll only understand that by testing and seeing each month, each week, how are you performing each day, right? Depending on the type of trader that you are, right? The fourth thing would be high risk to reward, poor win rates, right? Poor risk to reward, poor win rates. Yeah, poor win rates, right? You are losing most of the time. Maybe let's say in a series of 10 trades, you lose 6-7 times, right? But when you win, let's say you took 6 entries, it was just a losing streak, right? But on the seventh one, you take an entry and you hit a 1:8, right? Already you are above 1%, right? Already you are in profit because you know your strategy has a high risk reward, right? Keeping that in mind and understanding it and be at peace with it makes you a profitable trader, because now you understand what you are doing and you are at peace. You know, okay, I may be experiencing some losses, but I know at the end of the day I'm gonna win, right? You understand that you are not, you don't get in the mindset inwardly that you are thinking maybe what's happening, it's an event that you haven't seen before, or you are rushing things because some other guy is posting their profits that they are making on that particular week or that particular day. That just doesn't phase you, because you know what you are doing and you are at peace with it, right? So that's just that question you have to ask yourself. The fourth one would be risk management, right? I don't know if it's the fourth or it's the fifth. I don't know, right? Risk management, right? Risk management is very essential when you are trading, right? When you incorporate risk management in your trading, if like even if your strategy is not profitable, but there is a high chance that you may be in break even or even at a little bit of profit, right? Because let me just, like what I normally do, I always risk the same amounts, right? Let's say I have $100, right? If I have $100, I'll risk 1% of that $100 from start to finish. I don't change it, whether I take 3 losses, whether I take 4 losses, whether I take 3 wins. I don't change it. It's always the same, right? I like to stick with that risk management, right? You may be the type of trader who wants to be risking 1% each and every trade, right? The more profit you get, you want to increase your lot size. That's not me, that's you. You have to understand what you are doing, right? That's one thing I want to bring to the fore, right? Risk management, it's very important, right? The another thing would be journaling, right? Ask yourself, are you journaling, right? And I can't stress this enough. It's very important. You can't tell me that you won't journal, right? The smartest people on planet are journaling, right? Your journalist, your not journalists, let's talk about your doctors, your lawyers, your scientists. They are all journaling, right? They do journal. They are, whatever it is that they are doing, they are writing notes, they are taking notes, guys. They are writing everything, right? They don't trust their mind. You can't trust your mind, right? So be wary of that. Don't trust your mind. Take screenshots of your setups that you are taking. Write how you are feeling before and after you have taken an entry, right? Write the times you took that entry, because it's gonna show you that in most of these times I'm able to make profit, and around these times I do take losses. Why? Then you kind of gravitate and move to the side where you are making more money than losses, right? So understanding that, you only see that by journaling, right? Because during the weekend you go over your trade, you see, you analyze each and everything. Oh, this entry was different than this one. Why am I taking different entries? So what does this mean about me? Was I rushing things, blah blah blah, all of that, right? You have to understand how you're feeling after a position. Are you angry at the market? But the market, you have to understand, it's neutral. Don't be angry at it. Don't take revenge trading. Don't do all those things, right? It's very important. Which brings me to the last thing, right? After journaling, this is the last thing: trading psychology. Trading psychology. I know some people, they always talk about trading psychology, but it's very important that you go and just go and Google, check Mark Doctor's PDF, Trading in a Zone, right? Read that book, guys. Read it, right? Read it, guys, because it's very important. It's gonna allow you to see the world in a different perspective. I don't know if I'm making myself clear. So it's very important to read that book, because your approach to the market, it's gonna be different, right? You're gonna know that the entry that you've taken, even if it's exactly the same with the previous one, doesn't mean the results are gonna be the same, right? You have to understand that you are not like everything that's happening. The market, it's not imposing any threatening information. It's not like, I don't know if how can I put this, but it's very important to understand that the market is neutral, and you are the one who's looking at the market. You are the one who is feeling that fear based on the results that you want the market to give you, right? The market is just neutral. It either goes up or down, and if you are following your system, you'll make peace even if you take losses, because you know that losses are inherent in trading, right? You can't be a successful trader without taking losses. That's just how it is, and you have to make peace with that. And the only way to make peace with that, it's when you understand what you are doing thoroughly, right? Basically, then the last thing, it's gonna be long hours, right? You have to put in long hours when you are trading, when you are still starting out, guys. You have to put in long hours. You have to understand each and everything in order for it to become second nature, right? There are some entries that, even if an experienced trader can come, even if they've never tested your strategy, they'll tell you that it the market is most likely to do this, because they are now used to seeing the market and each and everything that's happening in the market, right? So it's very important for you to spend those long hours with the market, and making sure that you understand how it moves. Most of the time during these times, it does this and that, right? So it's very important, guys, to spend those long hours back testing, looking at the markets, dissecting whatever it is that you are doing when you are trading, right? What we are trying to do here is to have three things when you want to become a successful forex trader. One, it has to be trading, like it's an ongoing thing. You don't just become perfect. A well trading a well managed trading psychology. You have to manage yourself. You have to see whenever you're not in a flow that today you are not yourself, then you stay away from the market, right? That's one thing, right? The second thing will be risk management. As like successful traders, they know this, right? You have to manage your risk, because you don't know the outcome, right? It's possible, it can become anything. It can be a loss, can be a win, but once you manage the downside, what else could you ask for, right? That's the second thing. The third thing, it's trading system, right? Of which trading system, it's making sure that you understand each and everything that you'll be doing, right? You are a seeing trader, this is what you do. It's possible for you to take a series of four losers before a win, which can potentially put you to break even or even more, right? Understanding all of that can make you a profitable trader, right? So yeah, guys, that's what I'll be doing on this channel. If you are interested in my services, hit me up. Do comment in the comment section, like the video, share it with anyone who might be interested, that you know that they are aspiring traders, or they are already trading and they're still struggling, right? Give them my handle, then everything. Just let's help the community grow, right? By availing myself, I'm making sure that I'm not doing this I know it can also help me to always stay on my toes, right? But I'm doing this for y'all, right? I'm doing this for you who are in that position. You are struggling and you are under a mentorship. Maybe you were given a strategy, but it doesn't make any sense, right? Do come through. Let's dissect it. Let's see what we can do to make that strategy profitable, right? So yeah, guys, do like, subscribe, share the video. Peace out.